I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly, Eagles fly, Eagles on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, Philly time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So let me know if you see it if you're seeing things a little bit clear. Let me know in the chat if you see things a little bit clear. I just need to know that. But you know what it is, man. It is Philly podcast. We about to talk about this 53-man roster. This is very, very impromptu. I just set up a new camera, so I wanted to, test it out. What better way to test it out than talk about this 53-man roster? Now, yeah, Ohana, I gave you one the other day, man. I had to give you the one. You always coming through showing love. We were going to do a stream with me and RB tonight. I got to remember that the camera's there now. But we were going to do a stream with me and RB tonight. But unfortunately, we're going to move that back till tomorrow. But tomorrow we are going to do that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But tonight we're going to talk about it right now. So I'm going to go over the ones that kind of surprised me. I'll go over the guys that I was kind of shocked by. Okay, some of these guys you guys might not be surprised by, but I was surprised by it. The first one was LaRaven Clark. To be honest, I felt like we would have probably wanted that depth. We went with somebody like Brett Toth. I'm not really sure why. Obviously, we traded Matt Pryor, so I was kind of thinking that LaRaven Clark, being somebody that has been in the NFL for a couple years, that would be a guy that would kind of, latch onto this team. But it seems that I was wrong. Mama was wrong again. But so LaRaven Clark kind of surprised me. I wasn't surprised by Matt Pryor being traded, if I'm being 100% honest. But another one that really surprised me was the Jordan Howard. You guys let me know. How did you guys feel about the Jordan Howard one? Because realistically, I was shocked. I was shocked that Jordan Howard got cut. I don't know what the heck happened to Jordan Howard these past couple years. I hope that he figures it out, but it is what it is. The other one that now I know this one is probably going to be the I'm going to get a lot of troll from this. I'm going to get a lot of trolls from this, but y'all know I wanted Travis Fulgham on this team. I know y'all probably saw the video yesterday where I was gleaming for him to be on this team over J-Jaw. I did not want J-Jaw on this team, but it is what it is. John Hightower and Travis Fulgham both got cut. J-Jaw is still on this team by some miracle of God. I hope that he balls out this year. He better ball out this year because we've kept him over guys like, in my opinion, Marquand Michel could have made an impact on this team. In my opinion, Marquand could have made an impact. Travis Fulgham made an impact. Actually made an impact. I've never seen J-Jaw do anything. John Hightower, he could have been worked with. It is what it is. But I'm not going to stress too much on that. Let's talk about Jason Huntley was another surprise right there. I felt like, with the speed, kick return might have been something that he does. Looks like Boston Scott's probably going to stay our kick returner. We'll see what happens. Who else is on here that kind of surprised me? Shout out to Michael Jaquette. I don't want to sit here and say I'm not surprised. He had a rough camp. He had a rough go at it at camp. He didn't look good. Even he had that turnover against the Jets, but outside of that, he really wasn't looking good this whole offseason. So it doesn't surprise me. Who else on here? Richard Rodgers actually really surprised me. Now, shout out to my guy, Jack Stahl. Y'all know we interviewed Jack Stahl. He was amazing. The dude was awesome. So I'm very happy that he made the roster, but I'm surprised that they went with somebody like Jack Stahl over Richard Rodgers. So that surprises me. But hey, and honestly, that's about it. Jacoby Stevens, I wanted him to make this roster, but I think he'll come back as a practice squad guy. Elijah Riley kind of surprises me. Raekwon Williams, I think he'll be back as a practice squad guy. Coyote Awusika, I don't know if that's how you say his name. A lot of people were saying good things about him. Maybe that's a little bit of a surprise to some people. Kayvon Seymour, kind of surprised he got cut, but not really at the same time. Andrew Adams, kind of the same thing. Hassan Ridgeway, I'm kind of surprised that he got cut. But other than that, I mean, how do you guys feel about it? Who were you guys surprised about? If you were surprised about anybody, let's get to some of these comments and let me know. Do you see we have a whole new camera set up? Ain't nobody said nothing nice. Y'all better say something nice in that chat. What's good, Carlos? What's good? What's good, Jinx? What's up? Papasaurus said, "Oh, we got a stream before that." Yeah, we unfortunately had to move that back. We're gonna move that back, but tomorrow is Liddy. Tomorrow is Liddy. Oh, I was trolling Ref Taco. He doesn't like the countdowns. If you do another fantasy draft on the NFL, I'm not using the NFL app. I'm using Sleeper app, but I do have spots open. So if you don't mind using Sleeper app, I can do that. What's good, Moochie? What's good? You guys want to hop in? I can send out the link. I got probably like 30 minutes ish. So if y'all want, I'll drop the link. Why not? Right? We all family. This is very impromptu. So and it is what it is. I just wanted to see where everybody's feeling. I don't want to give away too much because me and RB are going to go over it. But if you guys want to jump in, if you guys want to tell me what your guys are thinking, I just dropped the link in the chat. I got a little bit of time. Wow, first time. Yeah, I got you. I show love to those that show love. How y'all feeling about waiving Fulgham but keeping J-Jaw? I think you just heard my answer. I'm pissed. I'm tight about it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Howie called this a QB factory. Yeah. Howie I feel like Howie doesn't need to be at press conferences. Have you watched the presser yet? It was pretty good. Yeah. Hey, they said they finally said that my man's is a starting quarterback. You love to hear it. J-Jaw making the roster. Come on, Nick, get it in Howie's head. Oh, my phone, my camera, laptop finna die. See, that's how you know it's impromptu. My laptop about to die and everything. Me and my girl just literally set up this camera. So I was just hype. I had to use it. Oh, my guy's in here. What's good to Ref Taco in the bell? Oh, he left already. Look at that. That's the second person. There's been like 3 people that came and left. Y'all scared? Y'all scared? I don't bite. How it will be on the practice squad? Possibly. Howard is, I agree. Jordan Howard getting released is shocking, especially because we have no more bruisers at running back. That's the thing. We don't got Elijah Holyfield. We don't got nobody. We got a bunch of scat backs. But hey, that's what we usually have. That's usually what the Eagles do. We have the Corral Buckholters of the world that were kind of our power guy. And I think they look at Boston Scott as a short yardage guy. So we'll see. After this year's camp and preseason games, not shocked at all. Fulgham was waived. I'm still a little bit shocked. I'm not going to lie. My New York Giants will pick teeth. I would not be surprised. Y'all should. I definitely think you guys should. That would be a great pickup for you guys. The Eagles can sign John. Is he a free agent? We're number 6 on the free agent wire, guys. So we're number 6. So anybody that's, anybody is going to probably come through us at some point. So we can definitely be some waiver wire vultures, which I definitely see us being. Do you want to get Cravon back? I didn't know he was released. I mean, he's an option. This is a new coaching staff. So my whole thing is like, do they really want the guys from past? Like, are they as high as the old coaching staff was on Cravon LeBlanc, on Sidney Jones? Name these guys, Rasul Douglas. Do they both want them? So Richard Rodgers going back to Green Bay. That would be interesting. Yeah, Steven's got to come back. Practice squad. That's the only. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be really upset about that cut. If not just because we interviewed him. Shout out to my guy Jacoby Stevens. If you're watching this, you're my guy, man. I hope that you make the practice squad and we can see you back in Eagles green. But if he does not make it back, I'm gonna be really questioning what the heck Howie was thinking. Because that was a draft pick, right? I'm not bugging, right? Jacoby Stevens was a draft pick. For Teron, look, I'm not hating on nobody, but for Teron Jackson to make it, and Teron Jackson didn't show me nothing crazy. Jacoby Stevens, I feel like went into a whole new position for you. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too into it. The video looking crazy. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you. Hey. We're gonna upgrade. The StreamYard so y'all get full 1080, and we'll see if it looks good. But this looks really good. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised on how good it looks. Rome Robinson. Oh, we got him backstage as well. We'll bring him on in. What's good, Rome? Can you hear me? Rome Robinson. Oh, we got him. Can you hear me? What's good, Rome?
Yeah, I'm on my
What's
phone.
good, brother? How you feeling about these cuts?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm on my
What's
phone.
good, brother? How you feeling about these cuts?
Yeah, can you hear me? This is. Oh, hold on 1 second. All right, because I had you on my TV watching.
Oh yeah, I was wondering whether you good, brother.
But I was surprised, to be honest with you. I was at work and then I seen Fulgham get cut, and then from there it was like Jordan Howard got cut. I was like, damn, I thought we were supposed to have a finesse and a bruiser back type duo.
Facts.
So that right there was super shocking. And then like those was really the main two cuts that I was, looking out for. I wasn't even looking out for that Jordan Howard cut, so that was really super surprising. But Travis Fulgham getting cut, I kind of knew Hightower would get cut because he's been hurt and inconsistent.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that was coming. But if it must, Arcega, he must be showing something. You know what I'm saying?
He must be the best practice player ever because he's all these. I feel like this is the third coaching staff that fell in love with him at practice. So
but
he's
at the same
obviously
time,
showing something.
you gotta understand this is his third year, going into his third year. So that's kind of normal for a guy to, you know what I'm saying? Like he got to come into his own, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't expect everybody to come in and be a Pro Bowler off rip, you know what I'm saying? Like people, I don't even know where we're getting that. We're drawing that criteria nowadays. Like, oh, this guy has to be a Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more of a realist, so you know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand like what it takes to be. Well, I don't understand what it takes. I've never been in the NFL, but like I understand from there, from what they're going through as pros. You know what I'm saying? To be a top pro. You know what I'm saying? That's not overnight. You know, some dudes have to work on being a better technician if they're not physically gifted. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not a DK Metcalf. You know what I'm saying? That dude was physically above everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of logically it just made more sense that he transitioned right away, opposed to our Sega Whiteside who played at Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford.
You know what I'm saying? Like and he wasn't like the most physically gifted guy. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, realistically, and this isn't like no knock on the guy. Everybody realized he was kind of a reach at the position that we took him in the draft.
Super reach.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you really expect from him? Obviously, you want him to be great. You know, I just feel like we haven't seen much. I don't know. I'm at the point now. J-Jaw, I will say this, and I know a lot of my subscribers will probably agree with me. J-Jaw is probably my most like hated on athlete for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like nothing personal. I just feel like he's been on this team for no reason. But now that he is on the team, obviously I want to see what they're seeing, right? I want to see what Nick Sirianni's seeing because I do believe in Nick Sirianni. I do believe in that he's kind of that wide receiver whisperer, if you will, right? You know, like I believe that he can do it.
Right.
So if he sees somebody, it's kind of like your boy bringing home a girl and you're like, really, bro? But hey, if you see something in her,
right,
you know, she must be cool because I trust you, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's kind of where I'm at with J-Jaw. I gotta see what they see in him. I hope they're right. Obviously, you know, I want him to be great.
At the same time, it's like Fulgham showed you that he could do it against pros already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of like a pick your poison. Do you want a guy who's showing you in mini camp, or do you want in training camp, or do you want a guy who's proven to when the lights is bright to, you know what I'm saying, to shine? And that's what you have in Fulgham, or from the sample size that we saw, you know what I'm saying? And he has had a smaller sample size than Arcega. Arcega has had his chances to, you know what I'm saying? Like he's had the reps, you know what I'm saying, against pros in the regular season, and it seemed like Fulgham just had it, You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he was a Pro Bowler, but it was night and day. Like he had it. You know what I'm saying? Like he
had us excited. At the very least, he had us excited. That's what I'm saying.
So some guys are camp bodies who, you know what I'm saying, that they're gym class heroes, and then some guys know how to do it for real. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's like, damn, like I really wanted to see Fulgham be that, because I think Fulgham is that type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 100%. Now the last question, I want to ask you one question before I get you off here, and this is to end it with a rainbow, right, so to speak, to end it with a good thought. Jalen Hurts is finally named the starting quarterback. We all knew it. We all knew we knew what was up. But
I was a Jalen Hurts advocate, not to cut you off. But when Carson was shitting his pants last year during the season, I was the advocate saying, "Get the fuck out of here and put this guy in." Oh, I don't know if I cursed. My bad.
You good, bro? You good? I
was like, "Yo, get Carson out of here." You know what I'm saying? He's obviously not being held accountable, and he's not holding himself accountable, because it's not we're not seeing no type of change. So I was an advocate, but go ahead, finish.
No, yeah. So I'm asking you, the question I want to know is basically, was it worth the wait? Because to be honest with you, the reason why I ask is like, it felt good. It felt good when he finally said it. I feel like if I'm Jalen Hurts, I kind of sitting here like, I earned this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but how did it feel just hearing, him finally admitting, yes, he is our guy?
It felt like when I was a kid and I snuck and took a peek at my Christmas presents. I already knew what the fuck I was gonna be unwrapping on Christmas Day.
I like that.
That's what it felt like. So when I seen I was like, okay, well, what was the point of that? You know what I'm saying? It's like if your mom fucking, oh damn, I keep cussing. But if she gift wrapped a bicycle with training wheels, and you know what's under that, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's how I felt about that. But at the same time, it kind of worried me, because I was like, damn, are they holding out because there's an underlying reason why we're not naming him the starter? Because we already know that Howie and Jeffrey Lurie like to keep things under wraps until last minute and then surprise us, so I kind of thought there was gonna be some type of bombshell coming at the cornerback position. I guess that was getting Minshew.
Yeah. But if that's the worst thing that happens this year, I think we're good. I think we're all right.
Right. Nah, but yeah, that's all. But
yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm about to get some more people on here, but I appreciate you spitting some rap with me, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Be easy, brother. All right, we got 40 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're gonna bring on one of my friends right now. I have friends, guys. Let me see if I see. Yes, do I still have his? No, I don't. Of course, I don't. No, I don't. But we're gonna bring my guy, my boy. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. My boy Joey Shakes. While he's looking down.
I didn't know I was next. Yeah, I don't have much time, but I just wanted to quickly just talk about today.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
I was waiting real patiently today, and it was one thing after another. I was like, okay, the cuts were coming. I was like, all right. And then obviously, then Travis Fulgham ended up getting cut. So I don't know what it's really hard for me, because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, we don't know. And it just seems with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside making the roster now, like, do you take that last preseason game and put it up in a ball and wrap it up in a nice bow and say, did we get something out of this? Or was he supposed to do this? Like, look, I don't. It's a year-to-year league. Like, whatever Travis Fulgham did last year was fantastic, and, like, I don't put anything past him, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, there's a lot more that comes into it than just, Travis Fulgham I didn't see much of him this camp, and as well as Hightower. Hightower was hurt most of the time, and then finally at the end, he got some playing time and did as much as he could. Was that enough? So, obviously, with the Eagles keeping 7 linebackers on the roster right now, you obviously know from the reports yesterday that they were going to trade some offensive linemen. So, okay, they traded an offensive lineman in Matt Pryor, which he's horrible, and they actually got a 6th-round pick for him. So that was a steal trade. And then they go And you see some other things, and they got rid of Jordan Howard was still here, so obviously they're trying to make some trades, and obviously some depth linebackers probably gonna get traded. They're not keeping 7 linebackers, but I don't know. Maybe there's a chance Hightower will be back. I don't know, but as right now, it kind of alarms me. I don't know. Is this just a special teams move? It's just not enough.
It comes down to my question now becomes like, how much do you really value these practices? Because we've seen Travis Fulgham be that. I mean, not Travis Fulgham. We've seen J-Jaw be that guy in practice. I feel like a million times. We've heard this narrative. We've lived this story. We've read this book. Whatever you want to say, we've been here. Like, I feel like his rookie year, he went crazy in preseason, sucked the whole year. The thing with me is, I understand if Travis Fulgham's having a rough camp. I understand if, maybe he's a little hard-headed. Maybe it's the maturity, which I've heard with John Hightower from some pretty important people that kind of surprised me. But, John Hightower, I kind of get where they're coming from with him. But with Travis Fulgham, like you said, he showed us something. He showed the NFL something, right? Somebody's going to pick him up off of that game, that stretch of games, and say, this kid can play football. Let's see what's wrong with him. Why couldn't we be that guy? Why did we have to pick J-Jaw, who's literally shown us nothing? And I'm not trying to hate on the guy, and it's not like, this guy's the worst player in the world. But it's like, let's be realistic. Like, Nick, I want to believe in Nick Sirianni. And I said that to the last guy that was on here. I want to believe in him because we've seen that he has a proven track record with wide receivers, right? Mm-hmm. But when you make decisions like this, it starts begging the question back to like, how involved is Howie? How involved is Lurie? How involved, how much of a yes man are you? So it gets me a little bit worried because I feel like surface, we all feel or we all see like game tape that he shouldn't be on this team. I think that can be something that everybody can agree to. And it's going to be interesting because I'm sure after you jump off, there's going to be a lot of people trying to prove a point about J-Jaw, which I'm excited to hear, but I just don't see it. I have no idea what you can look at his body of work and say that I'd rather have this guy on my team than a Travis Fulgham, who was on pace to be one of our first 1,000-yard receivers. Right now, a lot of people are flipping the narrative about that. A couple months ago, it was our coaching staff and our front office were idiots and just put Alshon, and now everybody's making excuses saying, "Oh well, it's because he didn't want to work hard. He didn't want to be there." Like, how do we know?
I hear that constantly of him and his mindset. Like, I don't know how these people know this information of what his mindset is. Like, it's either he was just bad at camp. I mean, it's either he just didn't produce. I mean, he didn't produce. I mean, I went over training camp every single day, and there was maybe 3 days out of all the training camp where he actually did good. I mean, all I was seeing was Rager, Quez, and Devontae Smith at that time when he was healthy, when he was able to practice and was playing. Like, that's the only times I seen. I didn't see Travis Fulgham do anything that was crazy, but it's a year-to-year league. Like, you could be at the top of your game one year, and the next year sometimes it happens. Sometimes it takes another couple years. Maybe you have a good year, and then a couple years later you get back into your groove. I don't know what it is, but for J-Jaw, obviously they see something in him, and like if they were to use an extra roster spot at wide receiver and they kept J-Jaw and they brought in Hightower or Fulgham back, then okay, I'd be okay with that. I'd be more comfortable with that. But if someone gets injured, then you're kind of wondering, like, are they going to throw him in a game? Like, and when they had him in for eight snaps in a game in preseason and they took him out, it's like they were trying to protect him. It's like he made the roster spot or something, and that was the time where he didn't make that big catch. That was the game before last game. So then I get really confused over it. So I know Nick likes him a lot. He's lined him up in the slot. He's lined him up outside. I mean, he did it. He put him in against the Steelers on a rep and against backup, like second string backups, and he couldn't even get separation. So I don't, maybe he's more of a role playing wide receiver where let's see what he does with Dallas Goedert on the field. Let's see what he does with Devontae and Rager on the field, or Devontae and Quez, or something like that. Maybe he'll look better with more attention pieces around him. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of. Him being a superstar by himself, I just don't see it. But like, if he doesn't make this catch last week, then where's
yeah, right? Where are we?
Where's he? Like, I literally, when he made that catch and got the touchdown, I laughed and I was jumping up and I was just like, are you kidding me? I'm like, and I don't wish any players to play bad. I hope he fails here. I don't do that. Like, I want him to play good. Like, if we weren't mad, obviously we're mad because we want him to play better. We're mad because we want him to be, when you get a roster spot on this team, it means something. You're not. I don't want you to be an Andre Dillard for your wide receivers. I don't want you to be sitting there with no value and you're just wasting a spot where you can go out right now. Like, there's receivers, there's all these like safeties like Carl Joseph and Clinton Dix and all these guys that you could go get, Will Parks or whoever you can get out there right now that could fill up your depth and stuff like that. So I would just give it a little bit of time. I don't know what the case is right now, but I'm kind of shocked. But at the same time, I mean, really just the two shock points today were obviously Fulgham getting cut, JJ making the team, and obviously, Jordan Howard getting cut. But with the 7 linebackers, I feel like they're going to trade. They're going to make some moves, and they made some deals behind the scenes. Like, hey, we need to do this in order. We need to release you real quick, and then we'll bring you back, whatever, and kind of do it that way. So really, I mean, I hope they're right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Like, I really do. I believe in this coaching staff for some reason. Like, I feel like they have a track record. Obviously, it's not with us, but I feel like they know what they're doing when it comes to evaluating talent at specific positions. It kind of concerns me that we have so many linebackers and we have a very young linebacking, coach. It's kind of like that's a weird combination. We do something that not many people ever do, and we're doing it with a coach that not many people ever have. I get nervous about unknowns. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, I mean, the end of the story, hopefully they're right. Hopefully they know what they're doing, because if they don't, they're going to hear about it all season.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's on Howie Roseman. So at the end of the day, like, whatever, if he doesn't work, I mean, we're going to see it. We're going to see what happens. So if he sits back there and does nothing, he's gone after this year. Get a new GM in the building at this point, because
facts. So let me ask you one question real quick.
Yeah.
If you can go on that list of cuts and bring one person back and take one person off, who would it be?
If I was to cut one person now and bring somebody back?
Yeah.
I mean,
is it just
I mean, you can state the obvious. Like, I want to bring one of these other guys back that were productive in your 5th-round pick in John Hightower last year, or even Travis Fulgham. Like, I want to see I want to see what this new coaching staff does with these under a new coaching staff, a new development process that they're doing, because that's the hump we're trying to get over, guys. It's not just the drafting; it's literally development. That's where I mean, look at the linebackers. I mean, we pretty much kept every linebacker pretty much. I mean, that's how good the linebacker. That's what Nick Rallis, the linebacker coach, and what Gannon's done with these linebackers has been fantastic. And we haven't blitzed yet. We haven't shown our 3-4-4-3 scheme. We haven't moved defensive linemen around. I mean, I'm excited about this defense. But the linebacker core is like one prime example of development. Like, now we're starting to see, like, what these guys have specifically, just player wise, just what they have, and we're starting to see what they're all gifted with, and production is what we need. So one of the best drafts I've been around in a while, and obviously Landon Dickerson, and him finally coming back, and if he works out, that just made that it just makes that draft even sweeter at the end of the day. So I'm
bringing back Jacoby Stevens just to answer my own question.
That's fine.
I interviewed him, and you guys keep like 55 linebackers, but you can't keep the one guy I interviewed. Like, come on, man. Come on, Philly.
It's tough because honestly, Patrick Johnson, I did not like him in preseason this year. I really didn't. Like, I thought he had a couple tackles, but like, people are telling me he played well. I'm like, I didn't like him too much.
That's where I am with Teron Jackson. I feel like Teron Jackson didn't really do anything, and he somehow made this roster. I'm not hating.
They kept their whole defensive line draft. They kept all three of those guys. Milton Williams definitely, because I think he's going to be a really good rotational guy. Teron Jackson is like, I think he's got a good bull rush. I think he can get pressure, but it's not going to be consistent. But I think he'll be better in a rotation just to start off, see how he does. But and then the other guy, I can't say his because I can't even pronounce I can't say his name.
Marlon. I know his first name is Marlon.
All right, Marlon. Marlon, I'm like, I think he's undersized as a defensive tackle, but we'll see what he could do. T.Y. McGill I thought he had a pretty good. I think he'll maybe come back once we get rid of some other guys. But I thought it was besides a couple things, I think we just need to relax and just see how it goes. And hope it works, because if they see something, and hopefully it's not just for special teams, because that makes absolutely no sense, and that he's a good blocker absolutely means no sense if that's what you're only using him for, because it's just a waste of a roster spot. But
yeah, go get Jordan Matthews. He could be a tight end or something like that.
No thanks.
Makes no sense, but I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Patrick Johnson, Philly Insider Podcast. Hunter Doyle actually interviewed him before he even got drafted. So I mean. We got that in. We got that inside right there. So, I mean, hopefully we're good. Like you said, I think the main overcast of all this is hopefully they're right. This is the last major move. They'll get a couple more practices in, and we'll see. I don't even know. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by a lot of this, if I'm being real.
Yeah. I was like happy, sad, happy. Jalen Hurts named starting quarterback finally. So that's nice. Great to hear that. I mean, thank God. I mean, finally, so it
needed to happen.
Needed to happen. We're ready. We're ready for Atlanta. Let's go get it.
Hopefully the coaching staff's ready, because they out here just making weird ass decisions. I mean, we'll see. Now at least we have as content creators, we have the little carrot kind of dangling in our face that there's probably going to be some nice trades coming up soon. May not be that big, but there'll be trades coming soon, because if we go into this season with 7 linebackers,
well, not even that, we have to look at Zach Ertz as well. The final thing I want to say is with Zach Ertz, because there's a lot of, there could be some good interest right now, and Jack Stahl's our third tight end right now. I thought he played the better out of the other guys. I thought he played pretty good. I mean, Tyree Jackson, keep him on the shelf. Let him sit there. Keep him on the shelf. That this guy is going to be something. I mean, he's just learning the position, and look how productive he was. I mean, 6'7", 82.5-inch wingspan. I mean, natural power. I mean, I'm not saying he's Gronk, but if once he starts getting, he's guided in the right direction and hit for his position, the guy could be something special. He could be the backup for Dallas Goedert next year. So that's what I'm hoping for.
That's gonna be fun to watch. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm sure we'll chop it up as the season goes and everything, and we'll figure some stuff out. But yeah, we'll get some more people on here. But Joey, I appreciate you as always coming through, showing love, man. And I have to drop this in. I didn't say it before you came in, but the GOAT. The GOAT himself is here. I appreciate you so much, man. But right, you have a good night, brother.
Yeah, you too, man. I'll see you, bro.
Yes, sir. God bless. So we got 60 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. I'll take a couple more on. I really don't have that much time, honestly. I kind of just came on here as like a whim. I'm sorry. I don't know why I do this. And then people actually come. You guys love me, and I love you guys back. Let me just go through a couple of these comments real quick, because I have not been reading anything. Let me see if there's any. Dang, Burrito's going crazy right now. Says we have Gainwell, Sanders, and Scott. What makes you think they won't run the ball? We didn't keep Howard. They're definitely going to run the ball. Who do you want to sign? I'll ask some questions to the guys that come in. So we'll bring in JC Eagles talk, because he's having a spasm in the background right now. But what's good, bro? What's good?
Yes,
bro?
I'm here. Finally, I was waiting back there listening to you and Joey talk.
I never get to get you on. So I was like, all right, I see him back here. I definitely got to get him on, man. What's going on,
Yo, I'm good, man. Yo, I just got off a live with Gus Saunders, man, and we talked about the 53-man roster, and JJ, my God, I told you, I've been telling you he was gonna make it, but nobody believed me, because I ain't heard nothing about Fulgham the whole training camp, but JJ was the man, and Zach Ertz. Those are the two names, besides Devontae Smith. Those were the three people that kept constantly, every time coming up. He made it.
I say, he said he made it. All right, so realistically, are you looking at J-Jaw to have an impact on this team, or is it just kind of he made the team and that's where we're at?
No. I actually think that they have a package for the red zone where it's Goddard, Zach Ertz, if he's here long enough, Smith, and J-Jaw. I mean, he's good at making these 50-50 catches, Hey, that's what we need him at. We need a big body wide receiver. Alshon Jeffries was our big body, wide receivers the year we won the Super Bowl. I mean, JJ, that's all he's good at. And he plays special teams, though. See, that's another thing, too. And Nick Sirianni, his press conference today was like, hey, we showed these guys from, videos from 2018, 17 of the last preseason games of certain people. So you still have a chance. And the last preseason game, he caught a touchdown, like a consistent 50-50 ball, and he ran to the end zone. I was like, he made the team. He made the team. I mean, look, he's been the whole preseason red zone, red zone, red zone, red zone. I ain't hear nothing else but red zone, red zone, red zone, red zone. So I'm thinking that there's a package, and for a 12 personnel, with he is actually in there, and he can make those catches.
I mean, that makes sense. I just get so nervous when you kitty corner a player. Like I feel like there's so many you have to do this for him to work out. You have to throw him that. And let's be real. Let's be 100% honest. How many 50-50 balls do you really want to see Jalen Hurts out there throwing? You don't want to see it that often, especially in the end zone, right? So it's kind of like you want your quarterback to do what you tell him in practice never do. Yeah. But you want him to do it to this one player. And that's really what scares me. That's really what scares me with me. And realistically, like I said, and I'll continuously say, man, he's part of the Philadelphia Eagles. He's on this team. Mm-hmm. I hope that he balls out. I hope that he does his thing and goes crazy. And I hope that he proves me wrong. But listen, I'm not holding my breath on it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm very excited for him to be on this team. I'm just not. I understand what you're saying. And honestly, what you said makes a lot of sense. That 12 personnel at the goal line makes a lot of sense. It's just, that's it. Like how much money would you spend on a
we need to score though. If we got to put JJ in every time and he's catching it every time, every game, that's 17 touchdowns JJ can have. Come on, man. Yo, how many times we like third and goal? Like third and goal for a reason. Third and goal. JJ, come on in. You know what I mean?
I hope.
It. So I'm just saying.
I hope that he finds his wings because I don't know.
Yeah, in order for him to beat Fulgham out, he had to start way from the bottom. And Fulgham, they ain't show nothing. So yes, I like Fulgham, but he got cut like me and Gil was talking about. Fulgham got cut from 3 teams for a reason. Yeah. So he wasn't that dude. So maybe the Philadelphia Eagles always had late bloomers. Like, your Brandon Graham was the late one. We thought that he was a bust. And then his fifth year, he showed out. So a Barnett, a late bloomer. So, hopefully that this year he shows out. So maybe JJ just needed a better, coaches around him that could develop him and put him in situational, situations just like the goal line. Maybe that's what he's good at. I don't know. But all I've been hearing about is catching these 50-50 balls, and I'll take it in the red zone any day.
I hope so. Like, let's switch up the subject real quick because a lot of people are in here talking about this and yapping about this, arguing about this. What are your thoughts on this running back room now? Like, no Jordan Howard, obviously. That was another guy that I was kind of down on. I don't want to say I was negative on him or I was saying that he was trash. I didn't know what Kenneth Gainwell was, so I wasn't going to put him, as my top 3 running backs without really knowing who he is. But obviously, I don't make the roster decision, so they like Kenneth Gainwell. We got him. But no Jordan Howard, no Kerryon Johnson, the guys that we kind of thought would be the bruisers of this team. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that we need to get somebody that's, a bruiser type guy. I don't even know if that's the right word to use for it, but bruiser.
He's coming back. Jordan Howard is coming back. Nobody wanted him for a reason. So that's why they released him and then put him on the waiver wire. Like the waiver. Like, look, if you notice, they put about 13 people on the waiver wire. So that means, hey, if they don't get signed, off the waiver or get claimed, that they could possibly come back to the Philadelphia Eagles. Jordan Howard's released. Goodbye. Nobody wants you. Get out of here. I'm telling you, he's coming back. I really feel like that we're going to have 4 running backs, and he will be that bruiser that we needed. I just feel like that because of his lack of, teams that wanted him, that it was okay to relieve, or just release him instead of putting him on the waiver list. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's coming back. I mean, I think we're going to go in the season with 4 running backs and 6 wide receivers. I also think that we are actually going to bring either Fulgham back or trade for a wide receiver. So those are my 2 thoughts on that. So I really think so.
I respect that. That would make sense. And we got 7 linebackers right now, so I'm sure we won't need all 7 of them. I don't know. No. I don't know what type of formation calls for 7 linebackers, but
Avery is gone.
Avery,
I think is gone. Like Avery,
I can see that.
I think he's gone.
I'm surprised he made the roster. He hasn't done anything. A lot of these guys, I mean, it's kind of like, what have they done? Why are you? Maybe they have something already kind of in order, set in motion. I'm not really sure. We'll see. I hope so. But how are you feeling about this season, man? You even more excited? I know you guys stay on like cloud 9. So
look, man, no,
that's a bad question to ask.
I'm a realistic Eagle fan and content creator. So I mean, those are 2 different things. So as a fan, hey, we're undefeated. We're going to a Super Bowl. Hey, this is the year, and Jalen Hurts become our franchise quarterback. And the next year, we repeat as the world champs. Because we got 3 first-round picks, all that stuff. But as a content creator, I feel good. Like my original record was 10-7. So I feel like 10 games is possible. If we split the first 6 games and go 3-3 the first 6 games, I feel like that we could win another 7 out of the next. Whatever. I'm not doing no math right now, but and we could win 7 out of our last, final games. I feel like that we gonna beat some teams that we're not supposed to beat. We gonna shock some teams, that we're not supposed to be even in the ballpark with. I got us shocking the world with the Buccaneers because on short week coming to Philly, all black. And we do not lose when we're all black, like literally, like last year. Like Aaron Rodgers, no matter of fact, the year before that, right? Like we went to Green Bay and beat Green Bay at Green Bay. Nobody gave us a chance, but some way, somehow. And I feel like this year we have better defensive players, like hungrier, younger, to be able to just move a little bit faster, just a little second, just knocking the quarterback arm down might cause a fumble, which might put us in, in a better situation. So I feel like 10-7 is doable. I mean, like even 9-8, we still are in great position to keep Jalen Hurts as our franchise quarterback. Just build around him next year, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll take 10-7. I'll take 9-8. Shoot, you've heard me before. I'm between 6 and 9 wins. I've stood there all off season. I ain't moving till we start playing. But shout out to my brother Philly 500, man, with the $5 super chat. And dinner is served, y'all. I'm about to get off here in a little bit. But anyways, shout out to my guy, Philly 500, $5 super chat says, yo, Joe Castro, you the man. Wow, roster cuts, big facts. And he says, JC Eagles Talk does a great job, too. Everyone sub these 2. I appreciate that. But yeah, so last question, because I am about to end this up. I just kind of did this I got a new camera. That's why I keep looking down. I got to realize that the camera's right there. But I got a new camera, so I just wanted to come on here and chop it up with people for a little while. And then I threw the link out, and you know how that goes sometimes. Yeah. But last question I want to ask you, realistically, Jalen Hurts was named the starting quarterback. Do you think mentally wise, do you think that gives him a little bit of an edge? Does that give him a little bit of a, I earned this? Or do you think it was just way too long, way overplayed? Next time, just give him the keys.
Jalen Hurts been knew he was the starting quarterback. Nick Sirianni, in his press conference today, says no other quarterback took first team reps. How the hell you going? I think he been new, but he's so humble and did not get, want to go get big headed. He got let go at Alabama. He got benched at Alabama. Went to Oklahoma, was runner up. We had the best possible quarterback, the opposite of what we had last year, which was Carson Wentz. And you see what's going on with him now. Thank God we ain't got to deal with that. But I feel like that Jalen Hurts all along knew that I'm the starter. It doesn't matter if I'm named the starter or not. I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's why, when he went against the Patriots, he was the best quarterback on the field. When we went against the Jets, he was the best quarterback on the field. So he's mentally ready. And so I'm not worried about that. Howie Roseman is the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles fans are on pins and needles. If you don't name him if you don't name him the starting quarterback, there's something in the works. Deshaun Watson. But thank God Deshaun Watson came out yesterday and said, I'm not waiving my trade clause to the Philly. And we don't want you. So, hey, the feeling is mutual. He would get destroyed here. We destroy players. Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, Carson Wentz. We destroy players with potential, but they can't play in Philly. If you're not mentally tough, you can't play in Philly. You cannot play in Philly, period. So if you weak-minded, like Carson Wentz was, a Ben Simmons apparently is weak right now. He's not going to report to training camp. And Markelle Fultz all of a sudden had the ips when he shot. I mean, look, it is what it is. But Jalen Hurts playing in Alabama and SEC, the hardest conference, and able to rebound and then go to Oklahoma and bring them to the playoffs and being a Heisman runner-up is crazy. So we got the perfect quarterback. We got the perfect quarterback for Philadelphia, and it's common sense. We all knew it. We all knew it, but that snake, that little tiny snake named Howie Roseman was the reason why it was like, oh, come on, hurry up, name him starter. But today it's over. The 52-man roster is still going to get tweaked, though. Hey, like you said, the linebacker core, they've got 7 linebacker core. I mean, it's going to get tweaked. But besides Zach Ertz being shipped out somewhere or traded, I don't see this big old shocking news that, hey, this person is, getting traded besides Zach Ertz.
Facts. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited for this season. I'm sure everybody is excited for this season. It's over now. All the drama, all the waiting for this and that to happen, it's over now. We got our team. Like you said, it'll be a couple things, but this is it. This is our Philadelphia Eagles, like it or not. I'm going to come back on here probably tomorrow, and maybe we'll do like an actual call in. Like I said, I'm about to go eat some dinner. But JC, I appreciate you coming on here, man, chopping it up. We'll work very soon as well, man. Definitely.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, you one of the best content creators out there, man. So if y'all watch it and you had not sub him up, man, you are missing out. I mean, he's funny, upbeat, knowledgeable. I mean, he know his stuff, and he always got celebrities on. I'm just trying to be like half the person that he is, but hey, I get there one day. But hey, I appreciate
that, man. I appreciate the kind words, for real, man. I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
No problem, man. Yes, sir. I'm out.
All right, big play, Slay. You could beat me up later, but I'm about to go eat, bro. I got you next time. You'll be the first. Sonic, you too. I got you next time. You guys will be the first 2 people I bring in. I promise. I'm sorry. Like I said, this was very impromptu. But a brother got to go eat, y'all. You know what I mean? Brother got to go eat. But I appreciate everybody that, tuned in. We still got 60 people in here. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are almost at 3K. You know what I'm saying? Please join that ride, man. It's been a fun ride so far. I promise it's only going to get better. But other than that, my food is getting cold, y'all. My food is getting cold, y'all. But I will see y'all tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly. And we are out here. Peace.
B. Scott with the Philadelphia
John
Eagles.
Dornbos here of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Average of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Follow my guy Joe Castro on his YouTube/podcast channel.
Let's give a shout out to the Philly podcast.
And shout out Philly and my guy Joe Castro. So keep on doing great things, guys. Fly Eagles Fly.
Fly Eagles Fly.
Go Birds.